Hi everyone, Hugo here, one of the co-hosts of the show. What you're about to watch is a highlight from one of our most recent episodes. To get access to the full version, receive 2 exclusive episodes a month, get every episode 1 week early, and help us stay as independent as possible, support us on Patreon through the link below. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Let me give you some notable Trump cabinet picks so we can all be properly excited for the incoming administration. So it shouldn't come as any surprise that the revolving door between lobbying groups and the federal government has continued. But Trump also he's got that juice, that special something, that panache, which means that yes, we get a Wall Street exec as the Commerce Secretary, but we also get Linda McMahon, a wrestling executive, as the Secretary of Education. So if you guys aren't familiar, you may recognize the name McMahon from one Vince McMahon, co-founder of WWE and the world's most well-known promoter of fake wrestling. Sorry to burst your bubble, friends. It is not real. I've had some.
Wow.
I had some friends back in the day who were convinced it was real. I'm like, how?
When you were 12, though, right?
No, this was like in college. I'm like, Mike, have you watched any of it? Like, anyway, maybe it was a bit. Maybe they were doing a bit. I don't know, but You might just know Vince McMahon from the memes at this point. If you're not familiar, I'll put a couple of the memes on screen. But anyway, his estranged wife, Linda, has been chosen to lead the Department of Education, which is a weird choice in general because she has exactly 0 experience. In fact, not only does she not have any experience, she also lied about having experience. So Linda sat on the Connecticut Board of Education for 1 year in 2009. And this wasn't because she was qualified, but because she had donated $5 million and ran a campaign putting WWE stars on children's bookmarks in some, vague campaign of fighting illiteracy or something. There's no real campaign. She just, printed some bookmarks with, The Undertaker on them. But when she took the position, she filled out a vetting questionnaire about her background. And she stated that she had earned a degree in education from East Carolina University in 1969, yeah. But it came out that this was a lie, and she had actually gotten a degree, Hakeem, plug your ears, in French. So, I'm very sorry.
Oh, my God.
But a local paper told her that they were going to run the story about her lying on the thing, and she resigned 24 hours later. And she claimed that there was no relationship between the two. Obviously there was. Linda has also faced significant criticism over the years by actual educators, with Connecticut's House Education Committee saying, quote, "She had no involvement whatsoever in education. She's made tens or hundreds of millions of dollars pushing violence and sexualization of young women. She was a real force for doing ill to kids in our country." So they weren't exactly thrilled with her. Didn't pull many punches there. So
just to give you context, internationally, the biggest boogeyman of all time for every single teacher, every single school, for a continuous period of at least 2 years when I was a kid. We can talk about the entirety of the Balkans in this case. WWE and wrestling was literally the big bad. It was our rock and roll metal music scare. It was like the kids are gonna watch that, gonna fight each other. But then ironically a lot of kids did. So there was legs being broken all the time, arms being broken. I would wrestle like fucking crazy, thinking that was real. So nothing happens. Look at them, they all stand up, etc., etc. Sure. Now, I'm not shit talking wrestling or WWE, far from it. I'm just saying that it's hella crazy to me from my context. So from my context, I grow up, when I'm a kid, education, in primary school, the big bad is WWE. Now I'm an adult, the United States, the wealthiest country to ever exist, the education minister, becomes somebody who participated in creating the biggest bad for educators ever, in my experience as a child going through the education system. I'm like, whoever writes this, please continue. It's a bit cliche, but
America is falling. Millions must wrestle.
That's going to be so fun. We're in for such a good time. But anyway, all that stuff in mind, it's pretty apparent why Trump picked her, right? He doesn't care about any of the qualifications or anything, except, he's appeared on WWE too, and he thinks that's really cool. So he's repeatedly asserted that he's going to shut down the Department of Education, right, and relegate schooling matters to individual states, which of course will be disastrous. Have you seen Florida? So picking a completely unqualified entertainment mogul to spearhead the dismantling was actually a pretty good move. You claim that the government does something poorly, you cut funding and put your incompetent lackey in charge, the office performs poorly, and you point to that as evidence that you were right. We see this all the time with the privatization of public services. So think like the NHS in the UK and the Postal Service in the US. Those are two pretty clear examples. But moving on from her, speed round here. Other picks include white supremacist and Fox News host Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. Yeah, that guy rocks. Wall Street billionaire
We the
Howard
people,
Lutnick.
Deus vult. Sorry.
He's so cringe too.
That's the steroid guy, right? He's the big buff.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Oh,
He's pretty lean, I would say.
Okay.
I don't think he's a steroid guy, but
Okay.
The guy whose mom said that even she hates how he treats women.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're
I didn't
talking
know
about.
that part.
Really?
I hadn't heard that. No. You got Wall Street billionaire Howard Lutnick for Commerce Secretary. You've got fracking CEO Chris Wright for Energy Secretary. A hedge fund manager Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary. Elon Musk as the co-chair of the Department of Government Efficiency.
No, you gotta say it.
Doge.
Yes!
Which will likely just be a room full of printed iFunny memes and coloring books.
A majlis of clowns. This is fucking a circus.
Yeah,
I
but at least no more Matt Gaetz, right? Credibly accused pedophile and sex trafficker. He was up for Secretary of State before he was forced to drop out.
It's okay. He's been substituted. The position of head child Hitler has been handed to somebody else. Don't worry.
Yeah, someone. But anyway, all in all, a beautiful rainbow of the best and brightest minds the United States has to offer. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how life will improve in the coming 4 years.
And you're telling me with a cabinet so insane, there isn't even a slightest chance of something additionally insane happening, like troops rolling through Greenland. I know it's not going to happen, but I can absolutely see it happen. I can't. I can't expect, because look at everything. Everything is insane. So like, what's another insane thing? You know?
I think civil war is more likely, and inshallah. But
Censor the shit out of that.
We're getting close, but we're not there yet. I don't think the U.S. population is there yet. Give it 10 years.
Ooh,
give it 10 years, and I reckon, yeah.
So we'll come and Fulton you from.
Yeah, please send a helicopter. But
this is episode 1800 of the Deprogram. I am reporting from the Texan front.
The third Bucky's has fallen.
Exactly right. Extracting JT bonus episode.
and me and Hakeem are like
patrons.
streaming at you from a club. We're just dancing.
Oh my god, love that.
We're standing on the remains of the last Arby's in Wichita, Kansas. They no longer have the meats. What they do have is a mass grave.
Our culture has fallen.
Yeah.
Can't wait for those the new second thoughts here afterwards. It's just gonna be domestic terrorism 101. Oh my god. All right. Moving on from these lovely little tidbits. The most recent blow to the strange project that is the EU has taken place, and that is the end of cheap Russian gas flowing to EU countries because the transit across Ukraine has been stopped. This is a development that has been discussed over the past couple of months, but it's finally come to pass in this early January period. For those who are unaware, Russia is a significant and huge gas and oil and electricity producer just generally, and because of all this, it exports this to Europe. There's several pipelines. There's the Brotherhood one and the Yamal one, and then of course there was the Nord Stream 1 and 2. Okay, 2 was blown up by
Who can say?
Absolutely, no zero evidence as to who could have been, except the very clear geopolitical geostrategic benefit to one country.
Who had a boat full of operatives there the day before.
Yeah, exactly. Like completely. The only if they streamed it, it would be less.
Yeah.
We have one episode TV series because it's like
exactly
obviously who did it. You know when you have the
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say
darn did it.
I was gonna say, my favorite thing is there are all these names of the various pipelines. One of them feels very kind of slightly racist. It's Turk Stream. It's the one that goes to Turkey from Russia.
To fucking Turkey, right?
I know, but I don't know why it sounds racist to me. Turk Stream sounds a little racist.
I mean,
the other one was Nord Stream. Why couldn't they call it South
you.
Stream?
But that's because your association with Turk as
Hey,
a fellow
let's,
person.
Let's wait, okay, Mister. All right. There's more Turk blood in you than me.
No, not that. Jesus, no. I was doing the opposite. You piece of shit. I was like, the one thing we can relate to, both of us, we were under the Ottoman boot, blah blah blah. And you see, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Look, it's okay.
True International cannot. No, this is not the problem. This is the opposite. One of the things that I can still quote to the fallen hero Zizek on is to get to absolute true friendship in between people of multiple nationalities is to get all the racially charged humor out of the fucking way immediately. So there's nothing like worse than that you can expect from the other guy. Dude, like the first time I think I've ever like sent a video IRL, it was multiple years ago. I sent it on the Discord channel, and it's like after a wedding, a lot of people are singing and dancing, and Jenny is like, oh, that looks like a vibe, and Hakim's first answer is like, fucking mountain Turks. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What?
Hey, many pleasant emojis followed that, by the way, just so people know.
This is why we're the best podcast on the left, folks.
Thank you for watching. To gain access to the full episode, receive 2 exclusive episodes a month, get every episode 1 week early, and help us stay as independent as possible, support us on Patreon through the link below.